Hi, Joey the Jag here. I want to welcome all of you for watching this video. This is my very first video vlog on my webcomic journey. This is going to be a little different. I haven't done a video vlog. I've done videos on here, doing my work and stuff like that. But this is going to be a little different where you coming with me as I'm learning to draw, to color, and to do a bunch of crazy adventures along the way. And I call these Joey the Jag video vlogs, and they're basically just my webcomic journeys, me trying to make my webcomic in like a daily kind of vlog. I don't know if it'll be a daily thing, but if it does really well, I'll do more. But before we get into any drawings or any type of craziness in my video, I went to LAcomiccon yesterday, and spoiler alert, I wasn't able to get in. So it was like a total failure. The day wasn't a failure, but the LAcomiccon going in was a failure. So my mom got me a shirt from Japan, and this is the shirt. I'm gonna be bringing this to the LAcomiccon. I love this shirt. The One Piece is one of my favorite animes. I haven't read the manga. Maybe I'll start dabbling in the manga a little bit here or there. But I like the statement here. I like the presentation of Luffy on the boat. This means so much. He doesn't have his crew yet. He doesn't have a bounty on his head yet. He's not chased by Marines yet. He is right here making a statement and declaring, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. We're gonna go to LAcomiccon, but I'm not going alone. So we have my friend here. He's gonna give us a little bit about refillable mugs at 7-Eleven. I'm not a pro on that stuff, but he's gonna give a little bit insight on that.
What up, Bash Boy here, Bash Chivo on Instagram. I need more subscribers. So basically, I've just been hitting up 7-Eleven for the past, a few days because my coffee brewer is not in service right now. So I stopped there, and the coffee's relatively cheap if you bring your own mug. So you can get a cup of coffee for like 99 cents or like $1.49 depending on which 7-Eleven you go to. So when you're there, if you also need some food, they got some cool like rollers, 2 for $3. My aunt likes them apparently, my mom's sister, and I think that they're pretty bomb. To me, the jalapeno and cream cheese roller, that's my stuff right there. So
we're gonna go to a few places. We're gonna go to Marietta where he lives. He's gonna move to his grandma's house, and then we're gonna go to Goodwill to drop off some stuff. So we have some stuff because he's moving. When you move, you have to kind of take a lot of stuff with you. Go to Marietta. Someone's gonna pick up his PlayStation 3.
It comes with a PlayStation 4 controller and a fully functioning PlayStation 3. And I'm the original owner. It's not like it's been around the block or anything. So this guy's getting a pretty good deal. And I'm only selling it for $50. Well, that's a smash good deal. You know how many people are probably wanting that deal? Probably more than just one.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go to Lowe's really quick. Okay, so I have a special surprise. This is my childhood right here. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Wow!
Just leaving Lowe's. I got my mattress encasement. Time to bag up my queen-size mattress, and the weather's really nice outside. It's not too hot. It's a little bit warm. It's cooling down, but it's not cold. Not yet. When I went to camp, we all kind of got grouped up, parted. There was like 5 or 6 people to a group, and we needed a group name. And we had this name and this name and this name for another group, but our group name was the Transformers. And every group name had a dance, like an official dance tied to that name. So we're like, wait, what do the fucking Transformers, what would they do? How would they dance?
Yeah.
And so one of the guys was very energetic and very, very fun. He was a young guy. I mean, he's still young. And I don't see him all the time. He's a church friend, but when I do see him, I'll never forget our group and our group name. It is Transformers. Transform. And just, I mean, I can't do it as well as he can, but dude, oh my God, so much good energy behind that, behind that transformation. Anyways, that's the Transformers.
Okay, so we just got done with the Goodwill. We dropped everything off. We had to like organize things. It was cool. We got help from an awesome person here working. And we were able to hustle everything. We were able to donate. It was really cool. So we're on our way to have that meeting to sell the PS3.
So for me, when I sell something, I just use the same tactics that I learned at Lyft. Now, my pastor, he does, he worked a corporate job for a long time. He uses the same tactics that he learned at his corporate job for many, many years, right? Because he worked hard to develop those skills. You know, you gotta work at it, and you gotta work to be good at it. Now, sometimes those skills translate. So when people call me and they say, hey, well, first of all, hi, this is Sebastian. I'm telling you who I am. I don't know who you are. You don't know me, but I'm telling you who I am. That's a little assertive. It's so like right off the bat, you didn't ask, but I'm telling you, this is my name. So right off the bat, okay, we know his name. So they're starting to have knowledge, and they're starting to feel like, oh, I'm in a little bit of control. Now, those are the same things I did with my customers, my pastors. I know you don't know who I am. I'm telling you who I am, at least my name. And then we kind of go from there. You know, you don't force the phone call on. You don't force a good phone call. And you don't force the phone call off. They have to be, timing is really important too. When they're ready to get off the phone, that's when the phone call is done.
Okay, so we were able to sell the PlayStation 3 for, I believe, $40. Okay, so this is the his room, Sebastian's room. This is where he's been living at for almost a year now. So one thing I want to say is that while he's disassembling his bed, I wanted to say that while we were working and putting all his stuff in his car and cleaning the room, because as request to the landlady, we had to do that. We already knew that by 1 we would be leaving to LA. So that was the goal. And we went over the hour time just a little bit. We got into it was already 1:50 going on to 2. And we're like, okay, you know, if we go to Burger King and get some coffee and head over to LA by 2:30, 2:40, we'll be in LA, right? That's not exactly how it panned out, but we were doing our very best with all we can, with the mattress, with all his stuff he needed to put in his car, because he needed to leave this day today. And so he did. We did a good job on that. But we ended up arriving in LA at around 3:30, around there.
And that's it, please. Great. Thank you.
So what did we get to order? What did we order?
2 crispy, delicious tacos. They're so good. And a medium-sized number 13 with a Sprite.
All right.
Bacon king.
Yummy.
Now me, I'm going to be doing some leftovers because, 1, save some cash. And 2, somebody made that delicious good food on Friday, so it's probably still pretty good.
I can't wait. Shirt. Let's see the back of that shirt. Yeah, stitch right there. Cool. Okay, so here we are, the LA Comic Con right there. You see it. Bash Boy's eating some ribs here. Okay, so we're gonna go pick up the badge right now at the badge pickup. We're gonna buy the tickets and we're gonna go head into the LA Comic Con. All right, so I'm here at the LA Comic Con right here, right? And there's a bunch of people crowding everywhere. There's other people, right? LA Comic Con. This LA Comic Con trip was a failure. We didn't make it. We spent like good 2 hours in here. But the idea was to come for a good 5-hour hangout, watch the booths and all that. So that's what it is. This is like my first kind of LA Comic Con because I didn't go, but I'm not alone. So me and Sebastian got these badges very late when we arrived at the Comic-Con, LA Comic-Con, and I got the Sunday badge from someone, and Sebastian got the weekend badge from someone, and we were gonna go, but by that time it was already too late. We were only gonna have like 2 minutes of like going in there, and it would have been a waste of time. But anyways, I know we have this cool badge at least, right? And besides that, I did take some rather interesting pictures in front of the LA Comic-Con, so it wasn't all in vain. What? Wait a second. What's wrong with this photo? Was she sleeping on me? Ah, the story of my life. And this is that book. How to Draw Cool Stuff. Alright, so I'm going to be opening this cool backpack that I have right here. And then I am going to get this little sketch book out. This is going to be my drawing sketchbook journal thing. I'm going to put a lot of drawings in here, and at the moment it is just nothing on there, nothing on the pages at all. So this is going to be my book. Here we go. Here's our weapons for the video vlogs for a bit. I just want to get better at drawing. That's the honest truth. Just want to get better at drawing, to get better at drawing webcomics and styles, and I'm not really good with shading or fundamentals of art. I can draw, just not a comprehension of drawing. Once you have a good comprehension and understanding the fundamentals of drawing, you can draw anything from your imagination, really. So I'm going to be using a mechanical pencil for this one. And I'm going to open this book and look into it. Thank you very much, Catherine V. Holmes, for showing people like me that cannot draw whatsoever how to draw. And we have an author's foreword about the author, get to know a little bit about her, the introduction of this book, and I already read a lot of this stuff. It's just basically just book details about, because this book can be used for teachers trying to teach art, but also for students, and it gives you, like, for the best results, here are a few tips, and it gives you like the idea of how to go about going into this book, and then information for artists using the book, and again, it's telling you how to use it. It's like, for example, this is draw lightly. Start with a light, sketchy outline and add more detail as the drawing progresses. Once all the lines look good to you, then they can be drawn darker and more permanent. So it just gives you little tidbits of information to get better, and it even gives you like tips for shading and why we need art. That's the question, right? Why do we need art? Well, there's a good answer here. Why we need art. Okay, so here we are. I like this word, it's called cuts, right? It says cuts, and basically it's K for no, U for understand, D for do, and then you have extra and then vocabulary. So understand, know, understand, do, and then do extra work. That's important. It's not just about copying and doing the lessons. It's about how you can use what you're learning to do your own drawings and your own things moving forward, right? And then vocabulary, giving you a definition of what each thing means, represents, and its purpose and its use in whatever it is you're doing when it comes to art. And these are basically what it's saying, the basic components, right? So color, value, line, shape, form, texture, and space. And then we're going to create examples. And it says here, use a sharp pencil or fine black pen to complete the exercises below. We will skip color for now. So no coloring. We don't have to worry about coloring for now. Let's start doing the lessons. Okay, so I'm going to do an up close so you guys can see what I'm going to be doing. So basically what it's saying, right here it says value, right? And it gives you a little definition of the value. Sorry, it's out of focus a little bit. There you go. It gives you a little idea, a definition of the value, the vocabulary, right? The lightness or darkness of a color. In this box, you will show value using lines or dots. And the idea is this, you have to replicate it here, right? So I'm going to replicate it on this sketch, on this sketchbook right here. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So it's just, and there's different ones right here. It says hatching technique, and then pointillism technique. Over here you have the second lesson, or little second school homework, whatever you want to call it. And it's texture, the way an object looks like it feels in this box. Draw what you see or create your own texture. So over here we have line. It's a mark showing length and direction. See how like the lines are going a certain way, but then these lines are going over. They're all lines. If you really look at it, it's all lines. It's line work. And then the fourth is shape, right? Interesting how like in kindergarten, right, we were learning shapes, and then as we get older, we still have to learn shapes, especially when it comes to art. And then the fifth right here is form, an enclosed space showing height, width, and depth. In this box, draw the forms seen on the left. Or the sixth one is space, distance or area between, around, or within things. In this box, draw the positive and negative space seen on the left. So this right here, that's what I need to do. And then the final one, the seventh one, use this area to create an original design using at least 4 of the elements of design. Practice above. And that's basically up to me how I want to do the design. So I just wanted to share a little bit about this first little part of the book. There you go. These are the elements of shape or elements of design so far. They don't look the best, but this is how I learn, right, and practice. All right, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to do a digital version right now too. Bye.